The Anti-Stalker by J.R. Andrew. I am the Anti-Stalker. You haven't seen me around. I'd prefer to wait until you leave. I'm the invisible neighbour in that empty house on your street. There's a car on my drive, with the leaves accruing on the windshield. But when you return home, the leaves will be gone as I walk down the aisles. The supermarket is quiet at certain times. Other anti-stalkers avoid me. All the time by the freezer, milk and bread. I know that geezer. It could be one of my neighbours, so I change my routine by additional miles. It's 5 minutes walk from my house to the shop, but I'd rather take a detour to avoid people on my block. They don't recognise me in the peaked hat and shades, but I'd rather walk for an hour rather than risk a friendly wave. That's how they get to know you. It's all smiles at first, then cards at Christmas and conversations about church. I'm anxious at the very thought, so I avoid the front door, and it's usually locked. Someone's knocking. It's shocking. A parcel left on the door. Step away. I step out, but only when it's dark. I anti-stalk while being watched. I crawl low. They didn't see me on the footpath, you know. I get nervous when I book a slot, the online groceries and the delivery van. I put a note up stating, I'm ill, please leave it on the doorstep. But he insists on that knock, so I lay on the floor, inside the door, the professional anti-stalker. I'm so quiet, you wouldn't know I'm there, never in contact with people, so I never have a cough to share. You wouldn't think anything, exactly the point. In light-footed silence, I put the bin out. Taking it in is a problem, a midday collection, when the neighbours chat so friendly, but I stay in, looking out, anti-stalking. I couldn't face the rejection. I fill the car with petrol at the strangest of hours, 3:30 a.m. on a Wednesday at the 24 hour, and they have a compactor, so no more bins. The less I see of people, the more I seem to win. And at work I avoid everyone. Yes, I have a job. It's nice to anti-stalk while living in an uptown neighbourhood. Everyone thinks that they know me. You're Bob? No, John. But before I get to answer, I'm gone, back to anti-stalking. You should have seen me at our work anti-social event. You're so sure I was there, but it was the other anti-stalker who was new and had to be there. But I work from home now, and if anyone complains, I email back super fast. No, I didn't get that email. And yes, there's someone in my life. In fact, I'm quite romantic. I met my spouse in my teenage years, hiding in the attic. Our parents were at a get-together. We were dragged along. We anti-stalked until we talked, but mainly sat in silence. Eventually we realised that we had a lot of things in common. We've been inside most days since, got married online last autumn. And our relatives stayed away, which was really good fortune. It was just the priest, online at least. Turns out he was programmed to be an AI anti-stalker. We got children now, and I don't know how, so we put the house up for auction, and the auctioneer has not seen any of us. We're here all right, but we anti-stalk with the light when they show potential buyers around our home. And we sat with our kids in the attic all still when our house got sold at auction. But we didn't leave, and instead we just live happily in the attic. They never noticed us anti-stalking.